Back when cavemen walked the earth, humans were nomads and lived typically in fairly small groups. This was mainly due to the fact that there were lots of predators, so death rates were pretty high. Most of the deaths, however, were results of sickness and lack of food.
Oh, Bobby Joe, he will be missed.
There wasn't any shortage of kids, though, because since the death rate was so high, families would have lots of kids since most of them probably wouldn't survive. However, as civilization advanced and more resources became available, people had more kids. I mean, look at this screaming bundle of joy. Isn't it great how they drain all of our money and resources whilst lacking to contribute themselves? We must have more! So many babies!
However, this growth can't continue forever. An English economist named Malthus recognized this. He suggested that only war, famine, and disease would regulate human populations. Side note, Malthus's work was actually vitally important to Charles Darwin and his theory of evolution.
This exponential population growth continued until the 20th century, till about 1962, where it peaked and has been declining ever since. All of these things I've talked about are parts of demography, or the scientific study of human populations. This study mainly attempts to explain how the human population will change over time.
Throughout history, civilizations have had equally high birth and death rates. However, in this past century, growth has dramatically slowed. This change is called
the demographic transition. This hypothesis describes the change from high birth and death rates to low birth and death rates. There are 3 stages of the demographic transition. In stage 1, birth and death rates are equally high. In stage 2, the death rate falls, but the birth rate remains high. In stage 3, the birth rate falls to meet the death rate.
Age structure diagrams are very helpful in predicting future growth patterns. Here's an example from page 260 in your textbook. This is an age structure diagram of the U.S. As you can see, the number of people in each age group is fairly even, indicating a steady future growth rate. However, in this age diagram of Guatemala, there are many more young people than any other age group, which indicates a population that will double in 30 years. There are many things that help demographers predict future growth rates, such as a country's age structure and common diseases there.
Now, I need to stress that the population is not going down, only the rates are going down.
Demographers predict the world's population will rise to 9 billion by 2050. So, while the growth rate declines, the population will continue to rise. It's time for a mini quiz! Go ahead and say the answers out loud. Number 1, what change happens in the demographic transition? A. High birth rates and low death rates become low birth rates and high death rates. B. Low birth rates and death rates become high birth rates and death rates. Or C. High birth rates and death rates become low birth and death rates. The correct answer is C. Number 2. What 3 things did Malthus think regulated human population growth? A. Famine, war, and disease. B. Famine, predators, and disease. C. Predators, war, and disease. The correct answer is A. 3. What stage in the demographic transition represents the fall of the death rate? A. Stage 1. B. Stage 2. Or C. Stage 3. The correct answer is B. Thanks for watching! I hope you enjoyed this video and that it was helpful to you.